Good morning dear students. Today we are going to start our social studies class with geography chapter number 2nd and your social studies textbook chapter number 13. Chapter name is here inside our earth. As you can understand, in this chapter we will discuss about earth's interior structure, how earth is made up of, which part are there, and all that thing we will discuss in this chapter. Because of that you can understand what is the structure of the earth, and all that type of knowledge is how we are getting because of geologists. Many of the geologists are working now also on such that type of structure, and their studies are going on now also. Let's begin this chapter from page number 86. We know much about the outer surface of the earth because it is visible. Means whatever visible you can understand that type of structure, but what is invisible to us, that couldn't be understood by us. So many of geologists work on it, and because of that they are giving us information, and we can understand what is the structure of earth because of such that type of the diagrams. You can understand like 1 2 3 4 that type of structure and that type of the layer are there. A detailed study of the interior of the earth is done by geologists. Means whoever a person who study about interior structure of the earth is known as geologist. Means a person who works on geography, that is known as geologist. The study of the internal structure of the earth is important to understand certain changes that occur on the earth's surface. In daily life we are facing many type of the changes on earth, like we can say that earthquake and many type of tsunami, many type of the natural calamities are also done on the earth. And why that type of things, volcanic eruption, why that type of things, and why that type of calamities came to earth. If we want to know about that type of things, then surely we have to study about earth's internal structure. It is almost impossible to go very deep into the earth as the temperature and pressure increases with the increase in depth. As you know that whenever you are going in depth of the earth, you are feeling too much hot according to the depth. The temperature at the center of the earth is around 5000 degrees Celsius. If we talk about the earth's temperature nearby center, then we can say that it's about 5000 degrees Celsius. So scientists get information about the earth's interior by studying the materials and behavior of the earthquake's waves. These waves reveal that earth behaves like a solid body up to the depth of 2900 km from the surface. The average density of the earth is about 5.5 gram per cubic centimeter. It is the density of our earth. The materials of the inner layer are heavier than that of the outer layers. Let's know more about the interior of the earth. Now we will talk about interior structure of the earth. Dear students, if we are going to talk about structure of the earth, then we can say that earth is made up of many type of structure. 2, 3, 4 structures are there, and now we will study about that type of structure. The layers of the earth's interior are divided into 3 layers. How many layers? 3 layers, and that is known as crust, mantle and core. This division has been done on the basis of the density and chemical properties of rocks. If anyone asks you how that type of division is made by scientists and geologists, then you can say that is on the based on the density and chemical proportion. This arrangement can be compared to an egg with its layers one inside another. If you are going to study about egg structure, then you can know that many structure like 1, 2, 3 type of the layers was there, and according to that, in this one also that type of structure you can see. First structure is here, that's known as crust. The crust is the solid outermost layer. Means we can say that it is the uppermost layer, and it is also called as lithosphere. Second point is here, it is relatively thin layer. The upper part of the crust is called continental crust. Means upper part of the crust is known as continental crust, and it's about 35 km thick. How much? 35 km thick. And the lower part of the oceanic crust, lower part is known as oceanic crust, and it is about 5 km thick. It is the second property of crust. Now we will talk about third property. The continental crust is made up of silica and aluminium. If we talk about continental crust, then we can say that it is made up of silica and aluminium, and when you mix that silicon and aluminum, that is known as Cr. Si means silicon, Al means aluminum. The oceanic crust is made up of silica and magnesium, Si and Ma, Sima. So it is the short form of that thing, so it is known as Sima. The average density of the crust is about 3 gram per cubic centimeter. The outer crust has soil. It also provides us with most of the minerals. Means we can say that outer most of the shell is covered with full of the minerals, and many type of minerals we can watch there. Second layer or second plate is also there, layer is there just beneath the crust. It is a 2900 kilometer thick layer called the mantle. That was about 3500 kilometer, and it's about, we can say that, 2900 kilometer thick. It lies between the crust and core. It is between the crust and core, means we can say that it is the middle layer. It is made up of dense and heavy materials such as iron and magnesium. The average density ranges between 3.5 to 5.5 gram per cubic centimeter. And the temperature of the mantle is very high, means we can say that whatever comes out in the volcanic eruption, that is known as magma, is found in this layer only, because it is the middle layer and temperature is here too much high. Now last layer is here core, just below the mantle, means we can say that at the last mantle, mantle lies is there, that is known as core. It is also called barysphere. Core's another name is here barysphere. The average radius of the core is about 3500 kilometer. It is made up of heavy metals such as nickel and iron. Iron is known as ferrous, Fe, and nickel is known as Ni. Means here we are going to talk about the elements, metallic them like nickel and ferrous. Then it is known as Nifid. Stand for nickel is and ferrous for the iron. The temperature of this layer varies between 2002 degrees Celsius to 5000 degrees Celsius. The average density ranges between 5 gram to 13 gram per cubic centimeter. Dear students, if you are going to make differentiate between differentiate among all three plates, then you can compare with that the layer, with their thickness, with their density, with their temperature. You can make differentiation between all of that plates. Materials of the Earth's crust. How materials is interacted in the crust, how crust is made up of, how much type of the metals, how many types of the metals, quantity will be there in that type of crust, that thing will be here. Rocks form the crust. We know that rocks form the crust because many type of the weathering activities will happen, and because of that thing will changes. They include not only the hard materials such as granite and marble, but also soft and loose materials such as chalk, clay, sand and salt. Rocks are made up of minerals. They do not possess a definite chemical composition. Means we know that rocks are made up of minerals only, and they have chemical definite composition. Means definite chemical composition also you can watch how much content of the we can say that like calcium will be there, magnesium will be there. That thing will be fixed in the special type of the rocks. Minerals are naturally occurring substances present in rocks. These are solid substances which have a definite chemical composition. A rock in which a particular mineral is found in a large percentage is called the ore of that mineral. Mining is mostly done in those areas where ores occur. Means it's about our Earth's interior part. If we are going to talk about Earth's interior part, then surely we can say that structure of the Earth is divided into three parts: crust, mantle and core. And if we are talking about the outermost layer of the Earth, then we can say that is crust, middle layer is known as mantle, and innermost layer known as core. And we know that definite composition will be there. Dear students, it's a general information about inside our Earth. In next class we will discuss about types of rocks. Dear students, I hope you understand this chapter and this topic now. If you have any type of doubt, then surely you can ask me through Google Meet class. And in next class we will talk about types of rocks. Thank you so much.